Hey guys, I'm Brittany Rivers and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a video that you all have, so I sat down and thought, okay, what question do I get a lot of in my DMs? So I have this whole entrepreneur blog series, so make sure you check out the playlist on my channel if you're new here and subscribe to my channel while you're there. But okay, so I was thinking, what question do I usually get a lot from you all in my Instagram DMs? So my business Instagram is Casino Lashes. Make sure to check us out. And my personal Instagram is Madam Brittany, so make sure you follow me. But okay, so the question. Most of you all have questions about your price point of your products. And in some of my videos, I kind of touched on this like a little bit, but I never actually went into detail about it. So I have the details in this notebook. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and get into this video. Make sure you all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And let's get into this video, you guys. Okay, guys, so let's jump right in. I have my little notebook here. When I pull out this notebook, you know to get yours. I'm going to give you all a lot of information today. So, I just wrote down questions you all asked me a lot. And now this video is only on... Like, a lot of people ask me, is this a good price? What should I price my lashes? And I'm never comfortable telling you what you should price your lashes. Not even just that. Let me backtrack a little bit. So people will ask me, not only is it a good price, as in what should I price my lashes, but people will ask me, is this a good price my vendor is giving me? Or how much should I expect to spend on my first order from my vendor? Like, people will say, okay, their lashes cost $3 a piece. Is this a good price? Or is this a good price? And I can't tell you that, you guys. Like, the thing is, I don't know your pockets. I don't know your pockets at all. Like, I'm not comfortable telling somebody, okay, yeah, that's a good price. Like, okay, there's no like perfect, like if you spend $500 on your company when you first started your company, there's no perfect equation like that. So I'm not sure, like people will say, oh, this vendor wants like $700 for 100 pairs of lashes, $100. I'm like, whoa. Now I wouldn't pay that. 700 is crazy, but that's just me. But even my situation is different from your situation. Like, I don't have any bills, you guys. Like, I don't really have any bills. No, I don't know how much you make. What I want you to take into account is you. So I told you all in my first video, like, well, my video where I talk about like finding a great vendor, I told you all about how to find a great vendor. And I say, like, this is just me. $5 is too much per lash, period. $5 is too much per lash. If a vendor is offering you $5, I mean, each lash is $5. So a lot of times vendors who do that, like if they're about $5 or something, they aren't the actual factory that makes the lashes a lot of times, because sometimes they're the middleman. And even though they're in China, they can still be a middleman and not have like a factory. So that may be why their lashes are a little higher. So that's something else I was telling you all about. Like, when you get a vendor from Instagram, a lot of those Instagram vendors, their lashes are so much more expensive than if you go on Alibaba. And AliExpress is way more expensive than if you go to Alibaba, because AliExpress is like, it'll have the same factories that Alibaba has, but AliExpress is for the Alibaba factory. Well, not the Alibaba factory, the lash factory or whatever. And if they want to sell individually, so Alibaba is only for like big orders, supply orders, whatever. And AliExpress is more so personal, like, oh, I just want one pair of these lashes, like for yourself. So then you end up paying more doing that, because when you get a wholesale order, you're paying less because you're getting so many. So that's what a minimum order quantity is, MOQ. So let me get back to the $5 thing. Like I was saying with the $5 thing, if their MOQ is 100, because no one really has anything less, if they're, this is a lot. If they're priced well, their minimum order quantity will at least be 100, at least. You may find some that have a 10 minimum order quantity, but for some reason, I usually find those vendors are like, their lashes are higher in price each than if you get 100 from somebody else. And even those vendors whose minimum order quantity is 100, like for my vendor, when I go to 200, they used to knock off some change. Went to 300, they knock off some more change or something. So the more you order, the less it'll cost. So anyway, that's just my little piece about, is this too much? $5, no. Keep looking, keep looking. And this may have to be a whole different video, but I shouldn't even get into it. Never mind, you guys, never mind. I'll talk about this later. But just know it's a lot of vendors out there. So if this vendor, you don't have to stick with this one vendor because you talked to them for maybe 3 days or so. Like, you can always switch. And even if you got lashes from them before, you can switch. Like, you don't have to stick with them if they aren't doing things right, if they raise their prices, if all of a sudden they're asking for more money or something. You can always switch if you want to. It's your business at the end of the day. But anyway, okay, back to my second subject. I definitely would not be spending $5, $4, like, me personally. If you want to know me personally, I wouldn't spend more than, like, this is up there for me, $2.50 per lash. That is a little up there, but that's like as high as I'll go. $2.50. Anything else? No. I'm a pretty cheap person, so that's a pretty cheap price, though, too. But, okay, back to the thing I made notes about. So how do I price my lashes? A lot of people ask me, how do they price their lashes? Not even lashes. They'll be selling something else, and they'll ask me. This is what the people will say in my DMs. Like, people are telling me that my stuff is too expensive. If your audience thinks your stuff is too expensive, then I think maybe you need a new audience. Because, yeah, you probably market it to the wrong people. If you want your lashes to be $20 a piece, sure, you can do that. Sure. Or your lip gloss, your little lip gloss, if you want it to be $10 a piece, okay, sure. Do it. But you better make sure you have the customers that have the money to buy $10 lip gloss. Have a quality that's worth $10, you know? Make sure you get the right audience for your price. So if you have to switch it up a little bit, change your audience because you don't want to go down on your prices, and you lose some followers because of it, forget it. It doesn't matter. If you have a clear vision, like, you know, my stuff is worth this, then don't go changing because it's going to almost look a little tacky if you're changing because one person said, I don't like your price for this. Oh, okay, I'm going to knock down $10. Like, now it's like, wait, how much is this thing actually worth if you could just randomly knock off $10, right? I feel like this is too bright, but let's say, so I had an example written. So people will ask, how do I price my lashes? So when you price your lashes, your item, whatever you're selling, if it's a t-shirt. So think about from China. I needed a calculator. Oh, I have my calculator right here. This is my school calculator, you guys. So I'm doing the example of your lashes cost, let's say $2 a piece, right? The minimum order quantity is 100. So 2 times 100. So this is how you're kind of like, you have to think about when you're pricing your lashes for your customers. Like, you're selling them on your website. This is how you kind of have to price it in your head. So they're $2. The minimum order quantity is 100. So it's $200. But then you have to keep in mind, when you're getting a big order like that from China, you have to pay your freight. And my freight would be like maybe $30 to $40. More like $40. So $200 plus $40. And then let's say if you want boxes, custom packaging. So my custom packaging, I told y'all it's, if I get less than 500, it's 70 cents. So that means, but the minimum order quantity is still 100. So that means plus 70. And let's just keep the freight the same. Off the top, off the rip, it's something I do. I double it because it's so low price, you know, like my thing is so low price. Like I was watching boutiques, like I tell you all, I watch Gia Monet a lot, so like with a shirt you can't always double it, because it's sometimes like if it's a spaghetti strap or something, it's not exactly worth double. You could kind of like 25% upcharge from what you spent on it, but always make sure you're giving yourself a profit, you guys. Always make sure you're making a profit. So that's why what you spend from your vendor makes a huge difference, you know. If your vendor knocks off 20 cents, that's a lot sometimes. So I heard it's a lot, you guys. So I know I always tell you all like negotiate and stuff. So you have to kind of think a little bigger than, I know, like, okay, if it was $5 at first and they knock it down to $4, that would just be amazing, right? But even sometimes 50 cents is huge. Like I don't know many vendors that'll knock 50 cents off. It's more like 10 cents per lash they'll knock off. And that is huge. That is really huge. So don't always think like if it's not $1, if it's not 50 cents, that's just crazy. You know, so sometimes just a little 10% change can really make a difference when you're multiplying it by 100, because that's their minimum order quantity. So just keep that in mind, you guys. So when you're calculating the price, back to that, I know I'm rambling, but when you're calculating the price for your lashes, you have to keep in mind not only how much you spend for lashes, you guys. That's why I was doing that little calculation. Don't only keep in mind how much you spend for lashes, but the freight. The freight matters too, you guys. So the freight on the order, that $40 on top you pay for shipping, matters too. So so really your calculation should be, when you're trying to see how much you pay for lashes each, this is something I do, but to me it's correct. So if I paid $200 for lashes, the shipping was $40, that means I'm gonna divide $240, because that's the whole order, the lashes each and the freight, by 100. So now I kind of feel like I spent $2.40 per lash. You have to keep in mind you did work. You did labor this whole time. You were working for your business. Like, you can't work for free. Like, you can't just calculate the poly mailers, the little stuffing, the business cards, and everything like that, because you still did work. So don't forget to pay yourself a little bit. You want to be able to make your money back. Long story short. So make sure you keep in mind the freight, which I was going on earlier. The poly mailers, all of that, the stuffing, whatever you put in your orders, in each order, like the little flyers, your business cards, whatever you put in there, make sure to calculate that stuff. Your labor, the website builder. So every month Shopify charges me $30. So that's money I have to come up with every month in my orders. So I try to calculate that in my order cost. What is this? Oh, another really important thing, This video is so long. A really important thing I wrote, if you have a sale, you need to calculate that. So don't make it just like, you make your lashes $10, but you have a 20% off sale. You need to make sure that $8 is still good for your profit. Like, you're still making money if you charge $8. So you need to make sure, like, what's the biggest sale I could have, what's the smallest sale I could have, and still make money. So you need to be able to calculate that and give yourself room when you're setting the price for your stuff for a sale. That's something you should think about. So if you do a buy one, get one free, whatever, you need to have room for a sale. You could have a free shipping when you spend X. You may want to already have enough leeway if you ever want to do free shipping. My last point. So this point was something I kind of figured out from trial and error. So I kind of learned, so at first my lashes were priced kind of high, on the high side, about $17 a piece. $17 a piece. So that's kind of high for one pair of lashes, right? I was planning on having lashes that were high in price, but having a lot of sales for them. And on the flip side, you could always do lashes that are $5 a piece, but never have any sales. Sales give people a reason to want to shop and stuff. It's always good to have room for a sale. So, and then on the flip side, I think the best scenario, just personally for me, is to have medium price lashes and have like medium sales, like 20, 25%, 30 on a good day. So I think that actually works better because it gives people an initiative to buy, and it's never too high for someone to buy when there's no sale going on at all. So that's just what I learned. But anyway, you guys, I hope this video helped you all a little bit. I kind of touched on all of my notes, I think. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoy this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Madam Brittany because I'm so close to 3,000 on my personal Instagram. So go ahead and follow me, guys. But anyway, you guys, have a great day. Stay safe, healthy. Bye, guys.